Alright everyone, here we go. You ready for a Dragon Age Veilguard experience? Here we go. It's called Verifying Shaders. This is what you do when you play Veilguard. You have to say hello to the shaders. You have to be very polite to them. And wish them well. And pray that you have a good time. If you're not, if you don't do that, you may have a bad time. I'm just saying. Alrighty, boys and girls, men and women of the internet, the most talked about and controversial game of 2024, Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Press a button. Okay. So as usual, I had to preface a few things here before we get started. 10 years I have been waiting for the sequel to the events of Dragon Age Inquisition. 10 years. This is that game. Finally. Is it everything that I hoped it would be? No, but I'm interested, and I am going to give it an honest chance here. I already have criticisms about this, but there's also some things about it I do like, so there's a decent chance I might find something enjoyable here. Now, I'm going to do my usual thing where I do a playthrough of the game. I'm going to be kind of quasi playing for enjoyment and reviewing at the same time. I do keep an ongoing list of the things I like about the game and things I don't like about the game. I mean, we'll see how that turns out by the time we are done here. So let's jump into settings here. I'm kind of only really going to skim over settings here. I want to glance through and see what I've got running here. I might turn the audio down a little bit. It is a little loud. See how that sounds. Or maybe 75%. Yeah, I think 75% is good. So I'll give some credit right off the bat. This game has a lot of options in it. So if you like options, there's plenty of options here to go with here. There is one thing that is kind of missing from here. And it was a question I kept asking developers and people who have played the game at the previews over and over again. Is there a stream safe audio mode in this game? You know, to mute copyrighted music so people don't get claims on the music. Because we got some wonderful Hans Zimmer music in this game. I don't see any option for that. So, that either means Bioware didn't care to do so, or Bioware made sure that the music would be not get copy wronged by every Let's Player who was going to upload this game onto YouTube or on Twitch. I haven't heard of any issues so far, so knock on wood or cross your fingers or whatever. So Inquisition got several copyright claims. It still does to this day for its source music. So I hope that's not going to be an issue with this game. Controls, I haven't really messed with controls yet because I haven't really technically gotten into the game yet. I've only been doing performance testing and messing around with the character creator. That's kind of all I've really done in this game so far. So, but tonight I'm going to start for real. I will probably put a time set when I actually start the game for people not interested in this stuff here. I probably will adjust a lot of these options as I'm playing just to see how much they affect things. Also interesting, they had different class bindings for the classes too, I noticed here. So maybe you can adjust, you can create individual key binding setups for the classes maybe? That sounds interesting. Oh, here's control setup. Again, I'm probably going to leave it the way it is for now, unless I gotta change it later. Interface. This is actually something pretty good about this game. They give you a lot of options to adjust the interface to how you want it to be. A lot of people have been suggesting turn a lot of this stuff off, which I might do eventually. But for now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because I want to initially see how the developers intended the game to be played from the get-go here, so that's what I'm going to leave this stuff alone for now. And as I play, I may adjust this to other ways. Accessibility settings. It's actually quite a decent bit of accessibility settings to this game. Extra sound effects. You can adjust the font size. Always nice to have. You can disable UI. Just in dots. Some people really need that to reduce motion sickness. Actually, I've heard a lot of people having motion sickness issues regarding the camera shake. Or the camera issues in the game. I don't know if this will help with that or not. But we'll see how bad it is in the game. Subtitles. Subtitles will be on. Dance settings, bubble. Right, okay, this is for controller. Well, I'm not playing with controllers, doesn't matter. So, other options, just whatever. Honestly, I'm probably gonna leave the nudity off since I'm streaming. I have seen what the nudity is like in the game already, just in the character creator. It's nothing really super amazing. It's not like Cyberpunk 2077 levels of nudity as far as I've seen. So, I mean, it's not that quality is what I mean. So, expecting something good quality out of it, this is not really that game. At least I don't think it is, from what I've seen so far. So anyway, let's go back. So I've already made my character for the playthrough. If you saw the preview video I made a few days ago, which, you know, I don't think many people actually watched, but I showed off the prototypes of my rooks in that video, so I already have in mind what I'm doing here. Went ahead and made my my mage rook already. A neat little trick that I think it was Ghilan'nain mentioned. If you just want to save some time, just make your rook, and then just load, not load them in. Oh no. Damn, I clicked the wrong button. I meant to go back. Hold on. Yeah, see, okay, yeah, we're not doing that. Go back. What you can do is just make a new game and load the rook from a save you already have. That's what I was trying to do. I messed up there. I meant to go back. So, new game.
I knew him as Solas.
Actually, we'll watch the intro here.
Thoughtful. Loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solas imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solas wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means Our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him. And that's where you come in.
Okay. Alright, character creator. I've already spent like probably 2 hours on the character creator. I'm not going to go into too much detail on it here at the start of the stream, so I'm probably going to skim through some of this. There's plenty of in-depth videos on the character creator out there if you really want to know. I think overall it's a decent character creator. It does have a few flaws. So yeah, here's what I'm talking about. You can just import the appearance of the character you want, so I don't have to recreate them all over again. So, alright, so anyway, here's Lev. I've already decided to... They've and they're non-binary. But we can look at customization features here. I'm going to kind of skim over this here. There's some decent things. This is something here I'm still trying to get adjusted to. Basically, you pick like 3 faces, and I think I probably need to back out. I think I probably screwed something up already here. Hold on. But sometimes when I touch that, it changes things automatically without me doing it. It's really annoying. I've had that happen, I think, twice already now. But so anyway, this is Lev Ingvalar. We are going with Mornwatch with her. You know what? I'm just gonna change the rules here. I can call them whatever pronoun I want. Because they're actually anything. That's what they are. So you know what? Whatever, I'm gonna stick with that. It just makes it easier for me. Anyway. We're going with Mornwatch. Just you can see your outfits here. Aspirational armors for Mornwatch actually are incredibly ugly, I gotta admit. None of these really look particularly good, I gotta be honest, but you don't have to use them. You don't have to. I mean, there's transmog in the game, so. Let's see. I think if explore... Okay, this just tells you the specializations here. I have not decided what specialization I'm going to go with yet. I'll probably figure that out as I get deeper into the game. So, but if you want a quick peek at the other factions here, Antivan Crows, the Lords of Fortune, the Shadow Dragons, Veil Jumpers, and the Grey Wardens. But I am going with Mornwatch for this playthrough. Yes, Defenders of the Dead. When the restless spirits threatened the inhabitants of the Grand Necropolis, Rook took decisive action to protect both the living and the dead. Discovered by undead inside a Grand Necropolis tomb as an infant, Rook was raised by Mornwatch necromancers, eventually joining the Order. During a civil war between undead nobility, known later as the War of the Banners, they led a daring attack on the rebellion's dueling leaders. It was a success, quelling the war and saving lives. But Rook's destruction of those undead nobles was controversial. Some Mornwatchers feared Rook had offended the Order's aristocratic patrons and encouraged them to travel for a little while. So, if you caught that, that's basically your origin story. It is summarized in a couple of paragraphs. That is all you get. So, I'll have a little more to talk about that later when we actually get into the game. These are the difficulty options. So starting from here, we have Storyteller mode, which is the easy mode. We have Keeper, which is probably, I don't know what, normal, easy mode, I guess you want to call this one. Adventurer is normal, medium, Underdog, which is probably hard. And then you have Nightmare, which is Iron Man, extremely hard mode. People who want to do that. This is locked in. You can't change this once you get into that. And then there's custom, in which you can just customize. I have not looked at this yet. Let me see what options we get here. Assist, medium. I'm just going to start with the normal difficulty to see how the game balance works out initially here. But I may change up things later on depending on how. If I feel like it's too easy, I might bump things up. Or if I'm having way too much of a hard time, then maybe I'll bump things down, but we'll see. So we'll stick with normal. Continue. So I got the name already set. Voice, I decided to go with the British voice with a slightly lower pitch for Lev here. Now, important thing to do here on this page. Don't skip customizing your Inquisitor. If you care about that. I've heard people have accidentally skipped this page, and I actually did it once already, where I just clicked accept thinking it would take me to the next page to where I can work on the Inquisitor. It doesn't. You click that, it just starts the game. No, if you want to customize the Inquisitor, you got to make sure you hit this here first. So let's do that. Now, I did try to recreate my previous Inquisitor, Malika Kadesh, my Dwarven Inquisitor from my playthrough from the winter earlier this year. That really did not go very well. This character creator is very, very different from the one in Dragon Age Inquisition, and unfortunately a lot of details do not carry over into this game. So it's really hard to recreate the Inquisitor accurately in this game. And unfortunately, I feel like I do have to kind of ding the game a bit for that. But anyway, let's read about the Inquisitor here. Murderer, Herald, Judge, Savior. Those were some of the titles heaped on the Inquisitor as she led a force that challenged nations. 8 years ago, a catastrophic breach in the Fade, realm of magic and dreams, threatened the world. Through circumstance, or some claim fate, a woman rose to lead an organization known as the Inquisition. Traveling many lands, rallying people to her cause, the Inquisitor closed the breach and stopped the villain behind it. She was advised throughout by an elven mage named Solas. The Inquisitor discovered, however, that Solas was in truth an ancient elven god, Fen'Harel, the Dreadwolf. He planned to restore things to their primal state, when the Fade and physical reality were one. Solas said she regretted the deaths this would cause, but claimed there was no other way to fix what was, to his eyes, an irredeemably broken world. After that, the Dreadwolf vanished, but the Inquisitor swore to find him. Alright, so just kind of a brief summary of the Inquisitor storyline. It does default to... Oh, well, I actually kept the name of Malika in here, surprisingly. When you start a new game, it's going to default to, I think it's Alana Llewellyn? But anyway, it defaults to your the Soulless Romance Elf Inquisitor, so if you were curious. We do need to edit them and make them correct here. So I'm gonna do my best here, but I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time. My suggestion is, from my experience here, is try not to stress out too much when trying to recreate your Inquisitor in this game, because I stretched out over it for like an hour, and it ultimately was just not worth it. It was not worth the trouble. But this is a chance to get a little more in-depth with the character. It's mostly the same thing, so... Yeah, see, now I'm having to go off memory here. I'm just gonna... You get these 3 heads, and you basically want to try to get a combination of these 3 head types. Just try and create like a unique head morph. The biggest problem I kept running into with this is the eyes. Like, there's not really a good way to get the eye shape to look the way I want it to. And of course, and for me, getting the eyes right is honestly one of the most important things in a character creator. Especially if you're trying to recreate a character that already exists somewhere else. And unfortunately, I'm just not able to find a way to get the eyes right. That might be okay. It's probably good enough. Like I said, I'm not going to stress on this too much here. Oh, yeah, that's just that again here, but I'm going to rough them up maybe just a little bit, because, you know, the Inquisitor's been through some shit already by now, and they're probably older. It's been 10 years. I'm mainly just going for like an approximation. I think that's probably the best you can do. Yeah. You want to make an approximation of your Inquisitor. You're not going to get them looking right here in this. It's just, there's no way to do it in this thing. But you're going to see the different complexion options here. A lot of options for acne. We got a little bit of a rugged look here. That's probably fine. Neutral look here. Yeah, so these are skin tone options here. So yeah, unfortunately, if you wanted to make a blue person, I don't think you can do that. Well, maybe if you're Ghilan'nain, maybe you can make somebody look blue, but the character creator is pretty much limited to natural colors, natural skin tones, and natural eye colors and hair colors. So for people that really want to get super colorful with their characters, there are some restrictions here. You can't get too wacky with this thing. Because, you know, I'm trying to think like other character creators, like if you're trying to do like really weird stuff, like back with the Oblivion character creator, you can't do stuff like that with this character creator. It can't happen. You can only go so far with the sliders here in this thing. And I do hope one of the mods I do come out with is just an expansion of the sliders, so you can just make wacky stuff with the character creator. Just come on, because that's always part of the fun with character creators, making really crazy looking people. I mean, I have fun with that. I don't know about you or anybody else, but yeah, here's all the individual sliders for the individual body parts. So there are certainly people out there who probably have far more time and talent than I can make somebody look really good in this game. I've already seen some. I've seen some good looking rooks already. Just online already. And it's funny because there are so many people complaining, oh, you can't make a good character with this character creator. Well, duh, it's because people didn't have time to do so before. But now people have time to do that. So of course you're starting to see better looking rooks now. So you can just see body shape, slim and balance, muscle, or bulge. I think we're gonna keep her. Malika was relatively fit. We'll say she was relatively fit. We'll keep her right up there. Now you can adjust height here. A lot of these characters, because of the art style, appear kind of short to me. It's not an uncommon complaint, to be honest. But unfortunately, I worry about making Rook too tall. Well, this is the Inquisitor here, but when you're making your Rook, I do worry about making them look too tall, and they're going to be taller than everybody else, and it's just going to be weird. So I guess just keep it relatively balanced, I guess, here. Let's bring the shoulders in a little bit here. Yes, I know people were wondering about the important things, the chest size slider. So, okay, we're gonna see what the extent is right here. So we're at 0. Nothing, or, yeah, okay, that's as big as you can get. Honestly, that looks like a B cup to me. I gotta be honest. Okay, why, internet, please, why are we doing this? Don't do this right now. We can go from flat to what looks like a B cup. So, I don't know, man. This is why I say I would like to see a mod that increases the extent of the sliders. Just so you can do more with the sliders here. Yes, bulge, for some reason. Yes, the crotch bulge. You have to have crotch bulge. Glute size is kind of like butt size. To be honest, the characters in Inquisition all have flat butts too, so... It was one thing I complained about in that game. The Inquisitor had a very flat butt in Inquisition, so... this fits, you know? Their butt is still flat after all these years. But yeah, I think that's probably all I'm going to do with that. Skin tone already looked at. Eyes. Now I think, oh yes, you can make the eyes the shape you want them. Well, you can only do so much. Only so much you can do with the eyes. Tilt the eyes up down, but so you've got all these options. I think I'm going to open the eyes up just a little bit more here. I think that looks okay. Nose adjustment. Actually, I do remember her nose was a little more like... Probably a little more like that. I think. So we'll go with that. Mouth. These are all these options for mouth. So... I'm just going to leave those be. Ears. Also, you have an option to hide the hair if you just want to look at the ears. Nice option to have. I'm not going to mess with the ears. I'm just going to leave them the way they are. You can make asymmetrical ears if you want to for some reason. You have that option. Hair. Okay, so her hair was mostly a reddish color. From what I remember, it's probably going to be more like that, I would say. And you do get some hair colors here. You want to color your hair. Something a little wacky here. I do wish we had options like this for the eye colors. Unfortunately, you don't. Just gonna stick with that. Alright, hairstyles. I would say there's a decent assortment of hairstyles. But there's nothing that quite matches the hairstyle the Inquisitor had in Inquisition, but it's probably not that big of a deal. Because again, it's been 10 years, you know, the hairstyle is going to be different. I mean, nobody's going to keep the same hairstyle after like 10 years. Really? Some of these don't really, I'll be honest, don't really look that good. They're just kind of goofy to me. But I guess more options is better than having fewer options, so like, I guess I really shouldn't complain about that. I will say the hair quality looks very good in this game. A lot of people have already praised that and mentioned it. I'm trying to find something that doesn't look too bizarre to me. Like, what do I think Malika will look like in 10 years? That's what I'm trying to think. I keep in mind, Malika is the only Inquisitor I've tried to recreate so far. I have like several other Inquisitors I have not touched yet in this game, which I'll probably have to eventually when I do a second and third playthrough, if I feel like doing that. Actually, you know what? I don't. Actually, this one might be okay. It's like a medium length here. Yeah, I like this one. I think I'll go with that. I think that will be fine. Just fine. Scalp adjustment. Scalp adjustment is basically adjust the, in case you're wondering, adjust the size of the head here. So, it does affect the way the hair looks on the head though. So, if you want to make, if you want like a full head of hair, you can probably max this out a little bit. So, there's some further options for that. Actually, I wanted to, if we're going to do eyebrows. Eyebrows are important too. That makes sure the eyebrows are right. She had like some bushy eyebrows, from what I remember. Maybe not quite that bushy. Maybe more like that. And we can match to the hair. Yeah. I have options for the eyelashes. Yeah, it's one of those things you're barely going to see, to be honest. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Makeup. There are makeup options if you want them. I don't use makeup too often, but I did in the case of Lev, because, you know, she does wear black gothic makeup. That's just the way they are. Actually, I don't think Malika even had makeup back in Inquisition, so I'm probably just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave this alone for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, there's some options here. I don't think it's really super extensive with the options here, from what I played around with when I was making Lev, but you got, I mean, there's makeup if you want it. Makeup, lip blush. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep things pretty simple here. That's the way I usually play. Scars. I'm gonna go scars first here. Yeah, I don't mind keeping the scars on the Inquisitor because the Inquisitor has been through some shit. It makes sense that they'd be scarred up a bit. Let's just intensify that a little bit here. Okay. Alright, so here's a problem. Here's one of the big problems with the Inquisitor, trying to recreate the Inquisitor in this game. The tattoos. So, remember specifically, Inquisitor Kadesh is actually a casteless dwarf. Casteless dwarves have specific casteless tattoos on their faces. Those are not really present in this game. So, unfortunately, I cannot recreate the facial tattoo that Inquisitor Kadesh had back in Inquisition. And that actually really frustrates me. Because I feel like that would have been a very easy thing for the developers to include. And they didn't do that. So... And to be honest, there's really nothing that's close to that. Come on, internet. What are we doing here? My internet's acting up. Of course it has to act up. While I'm trying to do this right now. Yes. Anyway, it was a green tattoo. I already remember what it looked like. Well, I remember the color. It was green. Kind of like that color. So. Alright, so anyway, I think that's probably good enough for the Inquisitor. I think that's the extent I'm going to be able to do with this. Like I said, I spent an hour earlier trying to make it look better. And honestly, after an hour of effort, what I ended up with did not look much better than what I have here, than I have right now here. So again, don't stress out on trying to recreate the Inquisitor, because it is just not going to happen. It is not going to work. This character creator cannot do that accurately. Alright, so it is Malika. We'll stick with that name. They did bring back the voice actors. You can use the same voice. She had the American voice.
I won't let this stand.
Yeah, so we'll go with that. Malika Kadesh, the dwarf. Whereas Kadesh came from the dwarven family involved in fencing and smuggling. Her fortunes changed when her courage and ability to seize the moment propelled her into leading the Inquisition. Finalize that. Finalize the Inquisitor. So now I think we can... Yeah, okay. Oh wait, it just took me back to that. Hold on. Now we go to... Okay, here we go to the background choices. Okay, so as I remember, Malika romanced Blackwall. It was actually a pretty decent romance option. I actually really liked that romance option. Blackwall was a very interesting character. You know what, here. So, although to be fair, we're not really sure what Blackwall's fate was at the end of the game. It was kind of implied that he might be dead at the end, but I don't know if the Veilguard's going to make reference to that or not. Because you notice it doesn't give you the option to tell you what Blackwall's fate was, because he could either have left the Inquisition, which I guess he was in a romance, he didn't do that. He could have been completely forgiven and pardoned for his crimes, and lived freely as Tom Rainier. He could have been admitted to the Grey Wardens, became a Grey Warden, and then his fate was unknown. Or, I guess, he was just left in prison, and that was the end of it. So Blackwall actually had several fates. This game doesn't really account for that. So, yeah, it's one of the problems of not having a lot of carryover choices. Anyway, Fate of the Inquisition. We disbanded it. So at least we get that option here. And what did we decide to do with Solas? Are we going to stop him? Or are we going to try to redeem him? We went with the redeem option. So I think that's probably good enough here. Yes. Alright, so that's it. I think we're finally ready to start here. Let's jump into it here.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nevgalis?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Oh, I'll do more than demand. I've actually seen both these options already just through playtesting. I'm just gonna go talk to someone. We'll talk it out to you.
A demand, it's an offer. Telling me what I need to know, it's the smart play here.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Nevgalis is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar. But you let Venatori cultists drag her away.
I didn't let them. They paid me.
So answer my questions and walk away with the coin. Or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Dumad Plaza. That's where you'll find Nevgalis.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
That offer's good for all of you too. No?
If they won't listen to you, they can always listen to Bianca.
The friend Nevgalis is at Dumont Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
Alright, so remember your options from Dragon Age 2. You want to be Blue Hawk, you want to be Purple Hawk, or you want to be Red Hawk, Aggressive Hawk. I'm just gonna go where it works.
It got us Nev's location. Come on, Harding will be worried.
All right, break's over.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solas, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Alright. So now we're officially in the game now. So let's take a break for a second here, for a moment here. Before we jump any further, I got a couple of things I want to cover here. I want to take a look at photo mode here. I want to see what we get here. Around. A free look here. Okay, so we can actually look at our character. I may still make some adjustments to Lev's character or appearance later on. I think it's pretty close approximation of what I wanted her to wanted them to look like. So, but I think I might still make a few adjustments later on. More like a fine tuning of things. Distortion. That. Oh, okay, we can spin. Alright. You want to have a Dutch angle? We can do Dutch angles. Trying to get back to 0 here. There we go. Oh. We're back to 0. Back to 0. Whatever. Night party. Varric. Gone. He has appeared. 5 NPCs. Oh, I'm actually curious about something here. So right now I'm looking at my frame rate. I'm doing about 80 FPS right now. Let me turn the NPCs back on. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. My FPS dropped to 63. So yeah, the NPCs do affect... I mean, obviously they would affect the frame rate in the game. So yeah. That was something I was wondering about. So that's an easy way to test right there. Nah. Oh. Wow, that brightens everything up. Man, that is a big difference. You know what? I actually think the game looks better without bloom. I might actually turn that off in the graphic settings. Saturation, brightness. How do I take a photo? Like that. Okay. And now we'll do Steam. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. So the other thing I want to mention here. I did not like that intro. I know, I'm starting off with negative here. There's a couple of reasons I didn't really like that opening scene at the bar. One, it just kind of drops the player right into that without any explanation. Like, I don't know why Rook is there with Varric. I don't know why Rook cares to find the Dreadwolf. I don't know how they got associated with Varric, or how they met, or how they teamed up. Because I feel like I'm missing part of the story. That's the problem. I feel like I'm missing something here. And the other thing is, it introduces Rook's personality as some kind of roguish brawler right off the bat. And I feel like that should be up to the player to decide, not the game right off the bat. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I want you to think back to the way the previous Dragon Age games started out. Most of the player characters started out in a very neutral way, or as a reluctant hero type of archetype. And then it's like the first few decisions you make. Then that kind of determines how the player character will behave from that point forward. Here, Rook starts out very aggressively right off the bat, before there's any player input. The first choice you get is do I want to start a bar fight, or do I just want to talk the lady down? Now, I've seen the bar fight option. The bar fight, they just go into a fight and beat up all the Venatori, and then Varric starts shooting everybody. That's what happens with that option. I already saw what happened with the diplomatic option, which I guess felt slightly more in character. But the problem, what I'm trying to say, if you already have a personality in mind for the Rook you've created, you might have some trouble being able to reflect that in game. But it seems like the game might already have a set personality for Rook already going in. So, but that's just initial impression here. It may get better as the game goes on, or it might get worse. I don't know. I'm here to find out. Probably just like everybody else here. Anyway. Oh, another thing somebody mentioned here. I want to check here. I don't believe there is a quick save option. Let me check here. Quick mapping. I don't think there is a quick save. So yes, that does seem to be confirmed. That there is no quick save. Motion. Quick view. No, I don't see a quick save option. Don't know why they decided that you shouldn't have a quick save. We have an auto save, and we have decision saves and chapter saves. So there are multiple backup saves. Also, you can name your saves too. So we'll just say let's start here for the initial sequence of the game. So yeah, not having quick save. That was a I dinged Mass Effect Andromeda for that. And it really disappoints me that they brought back not having a quick save again. To be fair, the saving here is better than Mass Effect Andromeda so far, because at least you can save kind of whenever. Mass Effect Andromeda really restricted you on saves, so at least we don't seem to have that issue here. Because Mass Effect Andromeda would not let you save while you were in the middle of a mission, and that was really annoying. But hey, anyway. Enough about that. Let's actually start playing the game finally. Let's see if we can find something enjoyable here.
Get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nevgalis and stop Solas.
I bless you.
Now, I was doing my performance testing right here in this area. I'm doing like about 55 to 60 FPS right around here. I am a little worried that it's going to get worse when the fighting starts, and I'm going to have to make further adjustments to the graphic settings. Right now, I think it looks okay. I think this looks good right now.
Down before he starts his big ritual.
I would hate to have to make any further adjustments.
The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Yes, Barrett, we have to talk him down. Of course, that'll work. I'm not allowed to run yet.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
No, we don't.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solas before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. She'll get us
Okay, we can sprint now.
Then Nev will get us to Solas.
What if I go this way? No? Nothing? Okay.
Watch out! Is Solas summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And when the veil comes down completely?
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this. Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
Oh. Okay, I got hit by whatever that was. Where's F?
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
No shaky.
That was a lot of demons. The Archon's palace was taking shots at us too.
Gets the blood pumping.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there.
Yes.
Gallus.
Level 1 gear.
Point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Alright. How do we fight? Light attack with house.
Here they come.
Oh, okay, that's a barrier.
I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev. You two all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solas tears down the Veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solas always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Yay, looting money.
Archon's palace. It floats over the city with a big cannon pointed down at its own people.
Yep. This is a healing thing I can try. Yep. Let's see what we have off the beaten path here. Just random money. Eric's wondering, why aren't you going anywhere? Taking my time. I'm taking in the sights here. Don't rush me.
You are in violation of Imperial order.
I don't think the demons care about Imperial orders.
Let's move!
They're the ones who made trouble at the ball.
Venatori cultists!
Reinforcements should be here soon.
I hate these assholes.
What did I do to shield again? I forgot. Oh, I have a beam. I forgot how to do the shield already. Oh, it's cute. I keep pressing F to grab things. And F is jump. I'm not gonna... Okay, the dodge is space. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, okay. Alright. Already, there's some things I want to change in controls here. Having F on jump is so weird to me. Like, I can't do that. I want space to be jump. And we'll put the dodge maybe on my mouse, side mouse button. I want jump to be on space. Yes. And I want interact to be F. Okay, it is already on the side mouse button. X. That's swap button, so. See? That's also dodge roll. Wait a minute, what? It's weird. Alright, so let me make sure I got jump on the space, right? Jumps on space for walk, toggle, walk, hold. Hip fire. Light attack. Dodge roll. Let's have it on. Oh, that's defend. And put that on defend. Try that. Okay. That might be a little better for me.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
More intruders!
Avenge our fallen brethren!
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
We've had run-ins with them in the Morn Watch. They're always hunting for dangerous magic.
Yep, that's them.
I think the beam might be an easier way to deal with that.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
They're allies of Nevgalis! Kill them all!
Okay, give me some other attacks here. Tab. Oh. Main shot. Not enough mana. Well, why are you telling me to do that, game? I can't do that. Okay, now I can do it.
Varric Tetris! The Venatori owns these streets!
Venatori, take your revenge!
Another barrier. But it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Varric, hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along, find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons, so I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solas. Nev made Rook. Harding and I found them a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but they tend to think in straight lines.
Like yourself, I see. Yeah.
We came prepared for a rescue. Looks like you were way ahead of us.
A rescue? You're sweet.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solas in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the canal district must remain in their homes.
So, if we do catch Solas, or the Dread Wolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us?
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
Okay. Oh, okay, so the beam attack actually uses your mana up. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Yeah, I've got like light attacks. You can hold down for a strong attack. That's beam, shield, and a dodge. It's not. It's not much of a dodge, but how am I? Okay, that. I don't know how I'm doing that. Oh. I think I just have to hammer the button down. Oh, okay, I double tap the dodge key to do that. Alright. Alright. I do think I like the blade and orb a little better than the staff. It just feels a little faster to me. Maybe it's just me. I think I might stick with that. Staff feels a little sluggish for some reason to me.
We can slide down the line to get across.
I'm getting too old for this.
There. That's the building I tracked Solas to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
Range attack. Yes, that's the beam attack. don't get the arcane shield when you are using the knife and orb. I guess that could be a downside to that.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it. Veilguard. They must have tracked the magic to this building as well.
And then the demons found them.
Hold on. Autosave, autosave, autosave.
Couldn't have happened.
Can I walk off the edge? Oh, yeah, I can. Just wanted to see what happened. Okay. Rook cannot swim.
We should head back. Solas is probably inside.
You think? I think he'll wait. He'll wait. I just kind of went in a circle here. Great bad Dreadwolf, where are you?
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solas has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
I see he still likes to paint.
Broken chains. Solas is freeing slaves.
Solas hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
What do you see?
No sign of Solas. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
It's called an illusion.
Sounds ominous.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solas said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
Demons.
Okay, so the overtags are faster. Shorter range. Here comes a bomb. Using forward and that? There's a dagger attack? I'm gonna try that. Oh, okay. But yeah, you do get a close range attack.
It sounds like that opened something below.
Then let's have a look.
Yeah, so the Solas's underwear in here.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solas uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlathan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
And I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
I didn't want to add, but I don't really think the combat has clicked with me yet. It still feels a little awkward. Eventually I might get used to it, but right now it feels a little awkward.
Like those tremors are getting worse.
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry. Finishes his ritual.
To be honest, it seems like playing aggressively with the dagger and orb might be a little more of an effective strategy than holding back.
We have to stop this demon. this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solas's ego.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solas.
Take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solas isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solas needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
You can do it, Varric.
We've got you back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons!
Take care of the team for me. Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Hey, Chuckles. It's like, ugh. Oh, it's you.
Alright. Let's buy him some time.
Varric is getting through to Solas.
Better move fast.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
No more Bianca.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solas.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Okay, I guess it's the first major choice you have to make. Neve will follow you into greater danger. Harding will follow you into greater danger. Well, there'll be like 2 mages, or a mage and a rogue. Harding, come on.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Oh, so check something here. I wonder if I can just up the Yeah, speech volume's already maxed out. It just feels a little low because everything else is like loud. Maybe I tune everything else down a little bit. I'm gonna keep sound effects up. You tone the music down a little bit. And it's good music. It's just the speech is getting a little lost in it. Solas have zombies here, or are they just corpses? I just corpses. Also, Harding's. There she is. I was like, where is she?
This is it!
Bring down that scaffolding!
Why tear down the veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling! We need to push it!
I'm with you.
Together! Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
It ends with this thing falling down.
Varric! Varric! Oh no, no, no! Harding!
Let's go! This way!
We got a major bump to the head. Oh, title drop. Only like an hour in.
You have no idea what you have done.
Yeah, you done fucked up. You done fucked up.
I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic.
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Actually, I have a question here. I'm trying to remember back to Inquisition. Don't. Okay, I'm trying to remember if Solas really expressed a massive distaste for blood magic back in Inquisition. Oh, well, I think his excuse was that it just wasn't efficient or something. But I also remember him kind of justifying a little bit by just saying magic is magic, and you really shouldn't be that caught up in it or something. I don't know. It's vague in my head. I don't really remember it very well. I just don't remember him being that, like, anti-blood magic before. Alright, but fine, talk, egghead.
Alright, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
You're the hero.
Right, you were innocently doing nothing when we came along.
The prison in which I had trapped them had begun to crumble. I was moving them to another.
So you weren't tearing down the veil and drowning the world in demons and wild magic?
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Your ritual let the gods loose. You don't get to sit back and look smug.
What else could I possibly do? I do not have my ritual dagger. I do not have the network of mirrors that took me from the Lighthouse across the world. I have nothing as the gods threaten this world again, all because you disrupted my ritual.
You mean when I stopped you from covering the world with demons?
You will soon see what I was trying to prevent. Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Yes, Solas will remember that.
Why? Why tear down the veil?
Do you want me to take the shot?
You have no idea what you have
Oh,
done. This
it got better.
Your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solas stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
More?
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solas, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out, by the skin of her teeth mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
No, I gotta be honest, I didn't even see what happened to Harding. I know she got V-injured, injuries. I know there's a choice between Harding or Neve getting injured in that scene, but I didn't even see what happened to her. She was just gone after the moment we toppled the pillar. And then the next time you see her is when she's injured and I think helping Rook up. Like, I don't know what happened to her. Unless I completely blanked and missed it. I don't remember seeing what happened. Oh, anyway, whatever.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had, and you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solas in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work.
It's been pretty sloppy so far.
Your watchers about how to handle that undead rebellion. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solas mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for elf fruit.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Hey, achievement. The Minrathous job done. Alright. Probably a good spot to make a save. Lighthouse. One. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break here. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm back. I have the AC on in the back, so you might hear that a little bit here, but a couple of thoughts. I'm actually okay with the whole scene and sequence we just had. I think I played it out pretty well. It was entertaining. So like I remember there were like supposed spoilers that Varric was just going to die. And like for a moment I was like, oh wait, maybe he actually does die. I was like, okay, well. But no, he's not really dead. He's just crippled for the time being, which I actually thought he was going to be dead because, I mean, come on, dude, you got stabbed almost in the heart with a lyrium dagger. I mean, that's going to have to fuck you up in a lot of ways, and I don't even know how he was dragged out of that. Because for a moment it looked like he was being left behind, that he was assumed dead, and the next thing you know, oh, he's in the lighthouse. Like, I don't know how he got there, but whatever. The combat is still kind of iffy for me. Like, I'm still getting used to it. But I have heard from some other people that the mage gameplay does start off pretty slow. But, you know, like a lot of things, it does kind of get better as time goes on. And you start to get more abilities and stat boosts from leveling up and everything. So, I'm not going to judge it too harshly right now. Because it does have the potential to get better later on. From what I've heard from other people. Wardrobe. Oh, we can do some transmog, finally. Because we can get rid of this awful outfit, or what is this basic outfit here? Is that what this thing is? Oh, we can't just open the chest normally. We have to kick the shit out of it. But anyway, here's the Blood Dragon armor. It's the pre-order stuff. Okay, but that is the wardrobe chest. Alright. You know what would have been great is they did like the thing in like, I think it was like Metal Gear Solid 3. Where you just take Snake and you spin him around in the menu repeatedly and then jump out of it. He'd be all nauseous and be like, ugh. Come on, Byro, that would have been a really funny Easter egg if they included that. But anyway, whatever. Because you know, everybody does this. Everybody does that because they want to see how the hair flings around. And it is good hair physics. They do fling around pretty good. Alright. What do we got here? This is our sword, or dagger, I mean. Circle blade. Default appearance, okay. Okay, so this is the transmog. I don't have anything else to, but I do have this stuff. Mantle of Blood Dragon. Change the look of the eye and purpose time. Okay, another achievement got. So this is the rogue armor. This is the warrior armor. And this is the mage. It's not too bad looking. I think overall it's okay. It's an okay bonus to have. Mortal scrubs. Sensible, yet elegant scrubs, often reserved for the preparation and care of the deceased. Easy to clean, hard to buckle. And scrappy robes. But this is supposed to be our casual wear. We'll just go around with that right now. Well, that's armor appearance. This is casual wear. Oh. So yeah, I'll wear that in the armor outfit. That'll be in... keep the casual wear. And we can do the same for companions. I don't have anything. Can they wear Blood Dragon armor? No, they cannot. Just belongs to you. I don't know how I unlocked that. Alright. Hey Varric, boy, how you doing?
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, alright?
You rest well. Oh, here's the mirror transformation right here. Alright. So you want to change your appearance? There you go, it's right there. I'll probably, like I said before, I'll probably do a little further tweaking of Lev here. I mean, she looks okay in static, but it's like anytime she starts animating or moving or talking, I don't know why she just looks a little weird to me. Yeah, and I might have to make some adjustments to that. But it's gonna be hard to figure out because they look weird when they're animated, but they look okay when they're static. Like right now she looks fine, but when talking she starts looking weird. I don't know how to rectify that. Alright, anyway, let's look around. I think the run animation's a little weird. You have a walk? I forget. Walk. That's run. I could have swore there was an option to walk. Walk. Hold the caps lock key. How about we have a toggle instead? That would be better. Let's do toggle. No, don't restore. One more essential actions do not have an input. There we go. Now we can relax. What is this one? Codex. Myrna Keepers. I think Myrna was mentioned in, I think she was mentioned in the Tormentor Knights. This is also something I think I also want to bring up concerning the start of the game. I really think this game would benefit if it had a playable origin story for each of the factions. Because, you know, think back to, like, I know there were people who wanted to have something like that for Inquisition, but I don't think it was really necessary for Inquisition, because Inquisition's opening prologue, I think, was done very well as an introduction of introducing the main character, introducing the secondary set of characters, Cassandra, Solas, and, you know, Varric, and setting things up for, you know, dealing with the breach and fighting demons and starting the Inquisition. It was a really great prologue setup. Here, like I said before, we're just kind of thrown into this without really knowing why we're here. And I felt like if we had an origin story for each of the factions that would have introduced Rook, led up to why they join up with Varric, and why Varric trusts them. Basically, yeah, just doing the exact same thing we did in Dragon Age Origins, except Varric takes the place of Duncan, basically. And then lead up into the bar brawl scene. And I think that would have been a much better intro leading up into that, instead of just dropping right off into the bar brawl without any context. Like, imagine how weird it would have been back in Dragon Age Origins, is if as soon as you make your character and start, you dropped right off you start at Ostergard meeting King Cailan, and you completely skip the origin part, or it's just summarized in a couple paragraphs for you. That would be very weird, and it would feel like something was missing. And that's the feeling I had being dropped into the intro scene, is I felt like there was something missing. Like I'm missing some context here. And that's another part of the reason why I don't like the way the game started here. I think there should have been, like, more to that should have eased in, and I think that could have been rectified by having, like, playable origin stories for each of the factions. But, you know, they just didn't do that for whatever reason. So we can check in with Neve. We don't really have many people to talk to right now. Just Okay. I'm assuming they're going to have some more parts of the scene are going to open up as time goes on. Whoops. I had to see what would happen. I had to do that. This is all codex stuff. So it's got an in-game glossary. Okay. We have bees. Bees are still a thing. Interesting. Alright, I'll probably go through a lot of this on my own. Because this is all codex stuff. So. Hold on a second. Internet? Really?